please rise and remove your hats for the presentation of the colors and the singing of our national anthem.
Present arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets and bombs bursting in the air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Colors. Order. Arms. Post the colors. Colors. Right face. Forward. March.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Good morning, families. Good morning, friends. Welcome to the Ascent Classical Academy of Douglas County's Veterans Day ceremony. Today we come together to honor the men and the women who have served in the United States Armed Forces. Veterans Day is not just another date on the calendar, and it's not just another event at Ascent. It's a day of reflection, a day of remembrance, and a day of gratitude. It's a time to recognize and say thank you for the courage, the sacrifice, and the dedication of all of those who have defended the freedoms of our great country. Some of our veterans are here with us today, family members, some of our faculty members, and friends. Others served many years ago and made the ultimate sacrifice. And so to all of them and to all of you here at Ascent, we say thank you. Thank you for your service, thank you for your courage, and thank you for your heroic example. As we continue today's program, let us be mindful and take this opportunity to reflect upon the meaning of duty, of honor, and of patriotism. We now have the honor of hearing from our Veterans Day speaker. Captain Adam B. Embry, United States Air Force, is an Air Force chaplain, having served in the reserves and active duty. He and his wife, Charlotte, have 6 children who have been a part of the Ascent family. His oldest daughter, Kimberlyn, is a senior this year, and she's going to be graduating. And both Kimberlyn and her sister, Elizabeth, recently competed in and represented our school at the state cross-country meet in Colorado Springs. Please join me in welcoming Captain Adam B. Embry to the stage.
Good morning. Thank you for embarrassing my daughters. I told them I was not going to embarrass them, so thank you for plugging that in. Like Headmaster Southwick said, I'm Adam Embry. I'm a parent of 3 children who've been through the big school here, as we call it. We have 3 little ones at the Ascent Enrichment as well. My wife taught there several years. My father is here. He helped coach assistant coach with the boys varsity basketball. He's a 29-year veteran, so thank you. It's an honor to be here speaking with you. I was asked to speak on Veterans Day because I'm in the military. I want to be clear, I'm not a veteran. Not cool like the vets here. So thank you, all the veterans. Thank you, Marine. Happy birthday, too, by the way. Everybody wishes him happy birthday. It's Marine's birthday yesterday. If they haven't told you already, they will. they live for like that one day a year. So thank you. I was a reservist, now I'm on active duty. And with everything going on with the government shutdown, I'm not in uniform. Heard a lot of conflicting things. What should I wear? Should I not when I speak? I've got friends who were advised that their base is not to be in uniform. So I'm not. I'm wearing blue and brown. I don't even coordinate this morning, so that there's no confusion at all. I'm not going to get in trouble. And as a disclaimer, anything I say, none of it represents the views of the Department Board or the Department of Naval Forces. Our family moved from Highlands Ranch to Parker about 2 years ago, and soon after, one of my neighbors introduced himself and asked what branch of the military I was in. He saw me come home from work. I was always in my uniform every day, and he came over and said hi. He said, what branch are you in? I was like, I'm in the Air Force. He goes, oh, that's so cool. What do you fly? I'm a chaplain. Oh. His face just went down. He was just so disappointed. It's okay. I'm not cool. I'm not a cool pilot. I don't fly drones. I don't fly airplanes. I can barely even stuff my luggage the right way in the overhead bin when I fly. Okay, I'm just not cool. It's all right. I'm reminded about this for myself every time I put on my service dress, the blues, because of one particular medal that's on my chest. Soon after I arrived at officer training in March of 2018, we were quickly bussed to the clothing store to make some purchases. They stuffed a list of items that we needed to buy, probably about 6, 7 things. And yeah, thank you, Marco. The kids picked up on the 6, 7 things. Sorry, parents. I'm not cool, but I'm actually kind of funny. All right. So they stuffed a list of items in our hands, and we had to make purchases really quick because we were getting yelled at. And one of the purchases was the Global War on Terror medal. The Global War on Terror Service Medal. Here's the background to this medal. I'm reading straight from the website for it. On March 2003, President Bush approved the Global War on Terror Service Medal for award to Air Force, active duty, reserve, and guard personnel as recognition for their service in the global war on terrorism, including those in a non-deployed status. That's me, non-deployed, never deployed. I asked to go, not sent. Maybe in the future it'll happen. If you don't know, the global war on terror ended August 30th, 2021. A few days before, on August 26th, 13 U.S. service members were killed by a suicide bomber at the Abbey Gate of the Kabul airport. Soon after, a C-17 aircraft flew out of Afghanistan and the war was officially over. A few days later, on the weekend of September 10th and 11th, 9/11 Memorial Weekend, I was at my reserve unit. I was a reservist at the time. For those 2 days, my chapel office was filled with back-to-back counselings all day for about 25 service members who had multiple deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan over their active duty and reserve careers. They all learned the same thing based on the manner in which we quickly left Afghanistan. Was it worth it? Was my career worth it? A month later, in October 2021, our unit had medical deployers from our wing returned from Europe where they were stationed to care for Afghan refugees. Once again, my office was filled with members coming in to process their experience with the chapel. In those autumn months of 2020-21, I still felt like I hadn't earned my Global War on Terror medal, but I knew why I wore it, and I knew who I wore it for. Those men and women who had served faithfully, repeatedly, and honorably to fight terror for American safety and freedom. In his 2016 book, Tribe, on Homecoming and Belonging, author Sebastian Junger wrote that veterans and service members form what's called a tribe. In ancient cultures, people would naturally devote themselves to self-defense and provide for the community. We call them a tribe. They live and fight together. They survive together. Everyone in a tribe is important. Everyone is necessary. For our veterans and service members, the defense of our country gives them an opportunity to feel necessary, to feel needed, to be part of a tribe. Younger writes that our veterans don't mind hardship. In fact, they thrive on it. What they mind is not feeling necessary. As a U.S. citizen, I want our veterans to feel needed at home. This makes me ask myself, how can I help them feel necessary? To put the question in context of classical education, what kind of virtue am I cultivating in myself and others that would warmly welcome home our veterans and highlight their importance? I think our school can help answer this question. We've provided a context for that this morning. The front page of our school's website defines who we are. Ascent instructs in the principles of moral character and civic virtue. I understand civic virtue to mean that we are dedicated to shaping our children's lives to be good, moral American citizens that support and welcome home our warriors and make them feel necessary. As such, I think one of the most instructive voices in our school's curriculum that helps this is from a British World War I veteran, J.R.R. Tolkien, in his epic tale, The Lord of the Rings. I think we can learn something from Tolkien about what's good, beautiful, and true that will shape how we support our country and our veterans. I believe our children read The Fellowship of the Ring entering their freshman year, if I'm correct on that. At least that's when my kids have read it. How many of you have read Lord of the Rings? How many of you have watched Lord of the Rings? How many of you are going to go home now and read or watch Lord of the Rings? That should be everybody else. Okay. The extended edition is like 12, 14 hours. You come over to my house and watch it together. In Tolkien's final book, which I don't think they read, but they might today after I recommend it, The Return of the King, the story ends with the Hobbit war heroes returning home to the Shire. What they find different when they return home is different from what is projected in the movie that came out in 2003. The four Hobbit war heroes, Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin, traveled to their home in the Shire after the Great War, only to find it under the nefarious control of an evil wizard. Their lands and homes were destroyed. Hobbits were imprisoned. Crops and produce were seized by evil henchmen. Arbitrary rules were created, enforced, and enslaved the Hobbit citizens in their own society. The war heroes didn't get the welcome home they expected, but they certainly found how necessary their war experiences were to their community. They did this primarily through the virtue of friendship. Our heroes find their usefulness in rallying their fellow hobbits to defend their homeland for a final battle against the forces of evil. At least one time in that chapter, Tolkien writes of Frodo and his friends. His friends. This phrase is instructive for us today who want to support our veterans. Philosopher Alistair McIntyre has reminded us that friendship today doesn't mean what it meant in ancient cultures. He writes, friendship has become, for the most part, the name of a type of emotional state. You have besties. You have friends. It's an emotional connection. This type of friendship, which Aristotle, and probably Tolkien has in mind, is that which embodies a shared recognition of and a pursuit of a good. A common allegiance to and a common pursuit of goods. Being a friend of Frodo isn't merely an emotional state, it's primarily pursuing a good, common goal together. The goodness of loving and defending your country. This is why Aristotle, in his book Nicomachean Ethics, spends 2 chapters on the context of friendship. Friendship is when good men and women pursue goodness together. Moreover, perfect friendship, he writes, is the friendship of men who are good. Good people doing good things together for common goodness. That's the goal of friendship. So, like Frodo and his friends, we should pursue goodness that our veterans and war heroes pursue. Love of country, the rule of law, peace, being useful and selfless, productive, and knowledgeable citizens who genuinely care for one another and our families. What does this look like practically? It means creating tribes that pursue goodness together. Aristotle later writes that friendship is cultivated by eating and drinking together, playing games together, joining in athletic exercises and hunting together, studying philosophy together, so that, here I'm quoting him, each class spends their days together in whatever they love most in life. For since they wish to live with their friends, they do and share in those things which give them the sense of living together. The word class there, when he says each class spends their days, could be substituted with another word I've been saying, tribe. Aristotle continues, the friendship of good men is augmented by their companionship, and they become better too by their activities and by improving each other. For from each other they take the mold of the characteristics they prove. We shape and mold each other as friends. To support and connect with our veterans and service members, we can and should create tribes of goodness and virtue at Ascent that are recognizable to them. I think we're on our way to doing that, based on what we were doing this morning. But if we want our veterans to know they're necessary in our society, we should learn where we need to be shaped and molded by them, by their courage, fortitude, courage, and wisdom. In essence, we should take on the mold of virtuous characteristics that led them to serve our country in the first place. This is how we honor them. So I'll end with this. As we honor our veterans today, may it be that they see in us glimpses of their unique military community, their military tribe, and they think to themselves, these are people I want to be friends with. Thank you. Thank you for your service. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, some of you may have noticed a small my apologies.
Sorry, there was a slight, we got a little bit out of order. So at this time, we are actually going to bring in our fourth grade class. By the way, my name is Tyson Repke. I'm the Dean of Fine Arts. I have that pleasure to be here and to coordinate this wonderful staff and these amazing students. One of the great things about Ascent is that our fourth graders, in their curriculum, get to learn, every grade gets to learn a number of songs. In their curriculum, the fourth grade gets to learn all of our service songs. So all of them, in their classes, they get to learn all 6 of those songs. The PE staff who has their office right next to there knows the song too, because they get to hear them every single day that the fourth graders are in class. And now you get to see them in action, so we are going to be getting them up here on stage, and Mrs. Rayanna Pauly is going to be conducting them in just a moment. So we ask your patience as we get them all up here. As we present the music, for each of the branches, we ask that if you are a veteran, that you please stand when your branch's song is played so that we can honor you. Thank you very much. We will begin shortly. We're going to start with the United States Army. Please stand if you are the United States Army.
You always know that the army goes rolling.
United States Navy. United States Air Force. United States Space Force. United States Coast Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, fourth grade class is sent off by Captain 2025.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot a fundamental principle of storytelling, which is deliver a little bit of sweet before the bid. So that's my job here today. Some of you may have noticed as you came in, and if you didn't, please take time to notice on the way out. A small but meaningful table over there in the corner, the Missing Man table. It honors the men and women of our nation's armed forces who are missing in action, held as prisoners of war, or who never returned home. Each item on this table carries a special meaning. reminding us of their sacrifice and of our gratitude. You'll notice that the table is set for one, symbolizing the isolation of the missing service member. Even though they are not physically with us, they remain in our hearts and in our memories. The tablecloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their intentions when answering the call to serve our nation. The single red rose stands in a vase. It represents the blood that many have shed in sacrifice and the love of family and friends, their tribe, who keep faith while awaiting their return. The ribbon tied around the vase is yellow. It reminds us of the hope that all who are missing will someday come home. There's a slice of lemon on the plate, reminding us of their bitter fate, their hardships, and the sacrifices they endured for our freedom. There's also grains of salt on the plate, which represent the countless tears shed by families as they wait and remember. The glass is inverted, symbolizing that they cannot toast with us tonight. Their place remains empty. The chair is also empty, for they are missing from our midst. And the candle's flame burns brightly, a beacon of hope that someday all who are missing will return home, and our nation, our tribe, will be whole again. As we look upon this table, let us remember, freedom is not free. It's been paid. Courage, service, and sacrifice. We may never forget those who gave everything for the ideals that we hold dear. Now please, join us in a moment of silence to honor our fallen, missing, and imprisoned service members and the families who continue to wait for them.
Thank you all for being here this morning. If you are a veteran, would you please stand? Have all of our veterans stand right now, please. Thank you. And let's give one final round of applause for all of our veterans. Thank you. You may be seated. Here at Ascent, we love our country, and we're proud to support our veterans. So thank you for being here this morning. As you leave, we have cards on the table, so we ask that you pick up a card as you exit through the double doors. If you park over in the canvas lot as you exit, please exit through the canvas side, because we'll have to come set up on this side for our students who are doing PE and recess. But please don't feel obligated to leave. Please feel free to stay after we have some coffee and refreshments, so I believe, and we can talk to one another. So I hope you know that, as I said, here at Ascent, that we are proud of our vets and that we love our country. And so in closing here, let me just say, may God bless our vets and may God bless America. Thank you for being here.